a lot more to blow up on, or like I have a lot more to come with.
Yeah.
But when you blow up, it's just such a weird feeling. Like you get all this attention, you start aligning your like brain with like your worth, with the dopamine that comes from social media. So you're like,
100%.
you like have all this like likes and follows and people commenting. You're like, okay, if this post does this, that means I'm good enough. That means I'm good enough. I'm getting this validation. That means I'm hot enough for it. And you're like, okay, I gotta not align myself with that and align myself with the content I want to produce.
And that's a high level observation, bro. Have you read the book Chop Wood, Carry Water yet? It's a book that I'm like always recommending to people. So
Chop Wood, Carry Water?
Yes, you're locked in. He's gonna read it.
I'm gonna read it.
Chop Wood, Carry Water, but it talks literally about that, but not in the source of content, not in the context of content creation, just about like focusing on the journey, focusing on you and who you become during the process versus the outcome.
Yeah.
This is my guy Joey.
What's up, guys?
We're gonna do a quick, you know what I'm saying, interview, podcast, conversation. You know, we met at the gym. He moved out here a couple months ago, literally. How many months has it been?
It's been since September, so about 6.
About 6 months.
About 6 months.
Moved out here, leap of faith, man. And when he told me that, he was like, yo, I just moved out here from where again?
It's called Cartersville, Georgia. It's just like farm town type beat.
Okay.
Population was like 20,000, but I like like this is a town, and I would live like out here.
Okay.
Like like on a farm, just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I broke my leg really bad one day, and then I was stuck at home. This girl I was basically like in love with, like, broke my heart, and then school kicked me out. Like I got kicked out of school.
Damn, what you was doing?
Bro, I just couldn't go to school. Like I couldn't drive to school because I had crutches.
Oh, shit.
And I had
So
full
they
leg
kicked you out
cast.
for that?
Yeah, because like my grades were so bad they kicked me out. So I was like, dang, like what am I gonna do? And I was like, I'm just gonna drive across the country. And I drove across to this. I was like, if I can drive across the country, I can make anything like I put my mind to happen. Like if this result happens, if I accomplish this goal, then I can do anything I want.
Yeah.
So I did that trip, and then I moved to this mountain town, had a great time, and I was like, I don't ever want to go back home. I love California. So I knew like I needed to do something next to like give myself an excuse not to go home for my parents mostly, and to show like I have a path. And modeling was that path.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, the why behind we're going to do modeling is to show people that you can do anything. This is the result of you doing anything you put your mind to.
Yeah, dead ass.
So I did that, moved here, and then I got signed with an agency, DT Models, which is pretty big. I feel like.
How did you go about getting signed? Like,
I had a mother agency. So I had a mother agency, and then he helped me get a connection with them, and he's like, you got to go in, have an interview with them, and see if you like them and if they like you.
Right.
I had that happening, and it was such a good interview. Like I remember that day, like precisely, like
because it's
like,
life-changing day.
It was like, a life-changing day.
Your heart was probably racing. I know when I had my interviews, like my heart, first time especially, probably coming from a small town. I remember when I first met with Wilhelmina, when I came out here just for an open call.
I bet you were like shaking and
stuff.
stuff.
Like, are you nervous? I'm like, yeah.
Of course I'm nervous.
But continue.
Yeah, so I remember like usually I've taken a lot of like test photos and practice photos, but I remember he was like taking like test photos like just on his phone. We just want some photos of you real quick. I was like, okay. And I'm just like standing there. He's like, all right, stand still. And I'm like my mouth was like twitching, like everything was twitching. And usually like I can stay pretty chill. Like even during photos I can like relax, but that one I was like shaking because I was so excited too, because he was like, yeah, we're about to sign you. So then that happened, and then I was just patient after that. I was like, all right, everything I'm doing, all this energy is going towards modeling, like the goal. I started posting on Instagram every day. I started growing on that.
Yeah.
And then I had my first gig, and that was such a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Like doing like what you wanted for that was like such a cool feeling.
Hold on real quick, not to cut you off, but I want to hit this just for backup.
Is it on?
No, it's on. It's been on, but this is gonna make it so it backs up. So for any reason, if this doesn't pick it up, it still is gonna record solely on the mic itself.
Oh, that's sick. Okay,
right. So even if we go all the way over there, it's still
if I go in the coffee,
literally anything.
That's sick. That's
just
sick.
for backup. But continue.
Okay, so yeah, I had that gig, and it was just like an e-commerce style gig, and then I had my second big gig, like literally a week after that.
Yeah.
And it was for Oakley, brand Oakley, and I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. Like it was a 4-day shoot for Oakley. I was getting paid like money that I made like like I made like my rent and like 2 months rent just doing that. And I was like, wow, like, this is astonishing.
Lit.
Like I was like, dang. But I gave it back all to my parents because they helped me a lot with moving out here.
That's beautiful, bro.
It was beautiful. And then I just had my big gig with Under Armour. Yeah. And that was pretty sick. They flew me out, like they paid for everything, like my hotel, travel, and all of that. And now I'm like working on the program. It's a confidence program. It's gonna be a 12-week program where I help people go from that person I was when I broke my leg and I didn't know anything to the person I am now. Yeah. But they don't have to do like this life-changing experience. That experience themselves is a life-changing experience.
Yeah. Learn from your experience.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. And that's what mentorship is so important, you know what I'm saying? And surrounding yourself even just around like-minded people. But I do want to dive deeper into like, because a lot of people that watch this, a lot of people that follow me, honestly, are interested in modeling. Like, it's really surprising, honestly. Not surprising, but like so many people are like, yo, I want to model. Yo, how do you model? Yada, yada. And a lot of times I ask them like first, like, why do you want to model? Right? Because it's a grind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everyone's journey is a bit different. I know for me, when I got signed, I did book a Vans job, e-commerce similar, pretty quick, right when I signed with LA. But in order to get to my mother agency and shit like that was a grind. Like I had to move to not move to New York, but I flew to New York to meet my mother agency. Didn't really know him.
Oh, really?
Had never been to New York.
So you took that jump too?
Just took a leap.
Just a big investment,
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to talk to you because so many people are from their hometowns, they're so afraid to take that leap, right? They feel like everything has to be in line. Oh, I've got to have 10K saved up. I have to know exactly where I'm going to live. I have to, you know, they're really afraid to take that leap. But when I met you, he told me that one, he found his roommate off TikTok. He was just like, yo, off TikTok, yo, who is in LA looking for a roommate? He just took that leap.
I posted that on TikTok.
Yeah, tell your story about one, like how you found your roommate, two, like what it was like just taking that leap of faith. Like what did your parents say when you're like, yo, I'm moving to LA?
I kind of had two leaps of faith. Yeah. So my first leap of faith was moving across the country to that mountain town. Like I didn't move strictly to LA first. Okay. So I kind of made it work for me. So I got used to, because over the summers as a kid, I would move away for the summer, go to like the summer camp where I would teach kayaking, like whitewater kayaking. Yeah. So I would do that in this mountain town, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna drive across the country and do that. Yeah. So that was the first leap of faith, and I kind of knew I wasn't coming back. So I was like, that's the first leap, and then the second was LA. And that one, like I was already like, oh yeah, it's all gonna work out. So I would say like have these two things in mind. Like one, like have a really big reason why. Right. Anything you're doing, like have the biggest reason why, and don't let that reason be money. Right. Let that be for you or for others. Yeah. So like my reason for moving across the country that first trip was like, I want to prove to myself I can do anything. Yeah. And now for modeling, it's like I want to show others like this is the result of me doing anything I want. Yeah. Like anything I put my mind to. So those two are like, those I still live by those today. Yeah. Like I'm like still like everything I do, like this is why I want to do it. This is why I want to do it. You can do anything you want. Like stop being so scared. Or scared, and you can just do it. Yeah. Second for that, the build on that is it's never gonna line up. Like when I drove across the country, I had like 1,600 in my account. Yeah. And I got across, and then it was like 2 weeks in, and I had like $100 in my account. And I was like, dang, like, is this the right decision? And I'm like, all right, so hopefully it'll work out. Even like before I had that modeling gig, I paid rent, and then I had like $200 in my account. Even now, like a couple months ago, like I literally had like, I checked my account after both of my rent. I have like two accounts, like a rent account and like just like fun money like this where I just bought this tea. Yeah. And I was like, dang, like that's $2 in there combined. Yeah. And I was like, whew, like how am I gonna do this? But then I just remind myself like why. Yeah. And then remind yourself it'll work out. Like if you just let the universe work it out and like you put that energy towards it, it will work it out. Yeah. Walk by faith, not by sight. You know exactly. That's I believe that's in the Bible. Yeah, that's in the Bible. Yeah. Walk by faith, not by sight, and that's such a powerful sentence, right? Because it's like you don't always know, right? You don't always know how that rent's gonna get paid. You don't know how things are gonna work out. I still don't know how this month's rent's gonna be paid. But it works out. It works out. It works out. Yeah. And I've got like my friend Michaela. She's like really close friend of mine from Minnesota as well. And when I say she's one of the most people I know that like walks by faith, not by sight, and like
It works out, bro.
Really? Yeah.
Literally, like even when I moved to this apartment, like my first studio,
Yeah.
when I just moved downtown to this apartment, the rent was like $1,600. It was my first time ever paying that much for rent, but not only that, paying that much for rent, only having my own business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really taking a leap of faith.
So you're relying only on your business
only
for
on
your
my
income?
business for my rent. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Studio, and I was afraid. I was nervous. I'm like, fuck, yada yada.
And it worked out? Wow.
And it worked out. I never was.
You had that income come up?
Yeah, well, income went up. I never like ended up like not being able to make rent. Not one time, not being like, oh shit, like it's the first I don't have rent. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, God will work things out as long as you're willing to. How strong is your faith?
Yeah, it's
you know
like how strong is your faith in it, and then like how much are you willing to, sometimes it's like how much are you willing to sacrifice?
How much are you willing to sacrifice?
Are you willing to sacrifice like your attachment to money, your ego to like other things, like
to not being able to have everything you want
at that
the time?
Yeah. Like even now it's like I don't have everything I want.
Yeah.
But like I'd rather go to the grocery store some days and like I want that steak.
Yeah.
I see that delicious steak right there. Like I want that, or like the sauce that goes with it. I'm like, you know what? Like let me get some like ground beef.
Yeah.
Let me get that ground turkey. Or it's just like you guys, or like even like going out. Like I don't go out now because I don't have the money to go out.
Yeah.
And like people are like, oh, why don't you go out? I'm like, oh, cause like I don't want to. I don't want to drink. I'm like, oh, I really just don't want to spend the money for it.
100%.
It's like, what are you willing to sacrifice for it?
For your goals, for your dream.
And then once you realize it, like once you go without it, you're like, oh, it's not that deep.
It's not.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep as you
think. And it'll
think.
all come around as well. You know, it'll all come around as well. It's like, even when it comes to sacrifice, one thing I say as well is like, even like your living comfort. Like, when I was living at home, I had a nice, you know what I'm saying, furnished bedroom, nice comfy bed. Then I moved to LA and moved to New York. I was sleeping on blow up beds, you know what I'm saying? I was renting rooms just in LA, like random strangers, like going on Craigslist, renting rooms. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice living comfort? Maybe you're not gonna have that private room. Maybe you might fucking have to sleep on a couch for a couple, you know what I'm saying? Like,
luckily I never had that.
Luckily you never had that. Everyone's journey's a bit different.
It's a bit
you know
different,
what I'm saying? But it only makes you, because if I didn't go through that here, if I didn't go through like Airbnb, well, it wasn't even Airbnbs. I was literally going on Facebook groups and Craigslist and shit like that.
You're like, I gotta get to LA,
Yeah, well, I had already lived here for a year, but then my roommates had moved back to Minnesota. We had split up, couldn't get into an apartment, so then I had to like, just like hop, you know, for a bit. But that prepared me for New York, because when I moved to New York, living in New York on a low budget,
I feel like that's harder than living here.
It is, and it's like, it's not nice. Like the buildings here and the like houses here and things like that, it's more, a little bit more modern, a little bit more cozy. There it's a little bit more like grungy, old, you know what I'm saying? So like the bathroom, there's even like little roaches and shit like that. You know?
That's gross, that's gross.
It's a little different, you know? So you have to kind of like kick with the punches, but it prepared me and it made me even more grateful for when I did, you know, level up and get my space and things like that.
That's to build on that, that's like one thing I've learned recently. It's like a lot of stuff is preparation. So like
period.
That's like something I've been like really like working with, because like I'll have a lot of tough times here. Like adjusting to LA from a farm, downtown LA, like it is a very big difference. Like I want to show like a video of like me just like, I could like go outside and I could like just stand naked, like it wouldn't matter. Here it's like if I did that, you'd be considered a little crazy. Well, so like it's been an adjustment, and like especially just being on my own like that. So whenever you go through those tough scenarios, it's always teaching you something, and I never realized that. Like, it's like for me recently, it was like how little can you make go far for like money. So like, oh, this $50 is like my groceries for the next 2 weeks. How long can I make that last? And then you're like, okay, like I know, like I can make this last for a while. Like I can. Someone else, like I've had like, and another thing. So it's like reaching out, or not reaching out, having $50 go a long way, and then also like dropping your ego and like asking people for help. That was a big thing for me to struggle with, because like I remember like I like spent that money and then I needed some more money just to go buy some more groceries. Like it was like 2 weeks later, and I was like, dang, like should I ask people? I should ask people. I should drop my ego and ask people. But I like, it took me so long to do that. And then I realized like there are people there who like want to support. They're like, they believe in you and they want to support if you let them. And they're, especially if they're your good friends. Like I have a couple buddies who I think like I'll like randomly call them every once in a while. I'm like, bro, like just like people I grew up with, and they're like, bro, like, I'm not sure if this is like right, or just like I'm not sure that it, like, because those like the times like where I still can't, like, it'll just be random times like I'll be feeling like I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
And they'll like calm me down. They're like, they'll send me some like $20, and that $20 like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it made a difference.
Yeah.
Even like my parents I would call them, and they give me the real. So like I hate calling them sometimes because they're like, Joe, you're gonna have to find like a third job or something. I'm like, Mom, like just calm down, just like let it work out for a second.
Yeah.
Like, but they also helped me too, because they sent me like one time my dad sent me steaks.
Yeah.
And bro, those are the best steaks ever, because I was like, I haven't had steak in so long, and then you like send me that steak.
You got that real steak from back home?
It was like Sam's Club steak.
Okay.
But still good steak, you know.
No, fire. No, that's powerful, man. That's powerful, and that's why I wanted to talk to you, because it's, you know, you're also living, walking proof of like, and that's one thing I do like about LA as well. So like, you meet other like-minded people that took that leap of faith from back home out here to become more, to accomplish more, and to inspire more, and to have impact, you know?
And it's so small too.
Smaller than you think.
Yeah, like it's big, but it's small.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think the way this guy like connects with people and like personality, you wouldn't think that he was like, I don't know, I mean, I guess that's judgmental, but like think that you're from like a small town, small farm, like when I think of that, I would expect you to be kind of like awkward or like not really social, not really want to go into John Reed, the big influencer gym, and talk to anybody. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a superpower, but a lot of people, I feel like in LA have that ego where they're like, you can kind of tell, like they're kind of like standoffish, where it's like when new people come from out of town, like they're like, yo, what's up, bro? Like we both here, like what's up? What you into? Yeah. I'm here to like get it. I know you here to get it. What's up?
I think
like,
it's two things. I think it's one, like we said earlier, it's two things, like the tools. Like I've been given, like you're given the tools, so you just gotta make sure you still connect with them and don't forget them. And then two, it's like, don't let your ego get in the way. I made this money. Like for example, like I just got like a modeling gig.
Yeah.
Say like I was talking to someone who's like a fresh model. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a fresh model. Like I'm not gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
Like there's like that's like two things. Like I've like.
Okay. Right.
That I think like people will get trapped in, especially here.
Yeah.
Especially here, because like there's so much money. There's so much like goal-driven people. And people who've hit those goals.
Right.
And they get caught up in those goals. Yeah. So
100%. I do want to pick your brain a bit, because I know that we had talked a bit about how he had broken his leg, and that was a transformational time for him, because it allowed him to have a lot of time with just his mind. And during that time, he started journaling, and we had a discussion in the gym where he was kind of explaining to me his journaling process and his evolution of how he started journaling based on to like where he is today. And I thought that was something super interesting that I wanted to get more insight of, because I think that journaling is super powerful, and it's something that I recently started practicing. And I think that you took that and like really allowed it to you know, like stretch you. So I want to get your insight, like in terms of, you know, your experience breaking your leg and how you got into journaling, how it's impacted you, and then kind of like what some of your prompts are like, and what kind of advice you would give to. So like basically advice for journaling, or just like your story.
Okay,
Start off with your story of journaling. Kind of just.
That's funny because I just made an Instagram post today about journaling.
No, you're good. Say what's up. Hi.
Are you filming?
Yes. How are you?
Podcast.
Yeah,
I'm Joey.
Joey.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my
What's
God,
up?
you guys are filming.
No, you're good. Okay, yeah. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
That's what's so cool about LA. You just see your friends like every day.
Literally.
Every single day. But
and everybody does dope shit. Like she's boss, queen, like head of marketing for like a lot of like, yeah, she's a boss. But let's keep going.
Okay, yeah, back to the story. So yeah, I broke my leg. I broke my leg. I was mentally down bad because like this girl broke up with me. I had a broken leg, so I was in a lot of pain. And then I was stuck at home. I got kicked out of school too. So like those four things, and every day I was just like waking up. I'm like, yeah, I suck. Yeah, I suck. Yeah. I was this. I always had these like thoughts of like, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough. I'm not this. And it was like, I started reading a lot, and it talked about mindfulness, and journaling helped me connect to mindfulness, and it helped me like connect to where I'm at right now. So I would like write down my feelings. Because like my parents were gone at work all day, so it was just me at home all day.
Right.
Like I would literally like wake up in the mirror, make my bed, and look at myself in the mirror on crutches, and I'm like, good morning, Joey, how are you?
Yeah.
And then I'd go sit down, and I would like start writing, and I was like, okay, like today I'm feeling sad, but like it's okay, like this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Today, like my leg's hurting, but it's feeling better. Or 2 weeks until I have my cast off, or something like that. Like I would just write.
Being mindful.
Like I would just write where I'm at.
Right.
How I'm feeling and being honest. So like my leg's hurting, but I'm right here, I'm chilling. And then I would write that, and then I would write like a to-do list. And honestly, like that to-do list would be like read 20 pages of a book, and then write some notes about it, and then go watch Star Wars or like anime.
It's a start. Of
just like a start of something, yeah. And then I'd be like, all right, what am I grateful for? And I would really sit there and I'm like, what am I actually grateful for?
Right.
Because like breaking my leg taught me like gratefulness hardcore, because it's like you never realize like, oh yeah, you got like 2 working legs, like you can walk where you want to walk,
right?
But like that like took away that thought. So I was like, okay, so what am I grateful for? And I'll be like, well, I'm grateful I can write this because my arms work, or I'm grateful my parents are having a nice place for me to sit. I'm grateful for the new like Star Wars show that's about to drop, or something like that. I would just write just small things that I would be grateful for. And then I would write new characteristics. So it just like it developed. It was like first it was just me writing down stuff, like my thoughts, and then it developed into that. Like, oh, I want to start like growing into this new person, because I know like the person I'm at right now is not where I want to be. Right. So it was like where I'm at, grateful, or to do, grateful, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna add this new segment, and it was called like the new me. So like I would visualize, I would sit there, and this is when I had a lot of time. I still do it today. Like I did it today this morning. Nice. But it's a little more faster pace. I usually take like 10 minutes. When I was journaling like that, it was like 20, 30 minutes. But I would just sit there and I would like write the new me. What characteristics does this new me have? And even the one I write now, still write, it's like super, super confident, but humble. Right. And like, and confident in front of the cameras. Because I used to be scared in front of the cameras. The cameras are like intimidating. Low-key, they are intimidating.
And it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward. It's just like a camera there.
Like, what are you looking at? Like, let me be me, you know? But then I just like, that helped me get over my fear of it. Because when you do that, it like puts these thoughts in your head. It's like, okay, like, I'm thinking this thought right now. I'm thinking this thought, right? I need to start thinking new characteristic thoughts right now. And then my last segment was like self-hype / like affirmations. So it'd be like, I would literally just write like, I'm strong, I'm fit. And then for my leg, I would write like, I have a working leg. I don't feel the pain from my leg. And then I would write like, I'm pretty, I'm handsome, I'm connected to my energy, I'm feeling the moment, I'm embracing where I am right now. And then so throughout the day, my brain was already more organized. It wasn't jumping around anymore, because that's how my brain is. Especially here, it's chaotic. So it would like focus it. And then it would make me be mindful and like observant of the thoughts that are not for growth or for positivity or for the thoughts you don't need. So like, for example, thoughts you don't need are like, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, oh, like, why is this happening to me? Put it to more like, oh, I have this opportunity to grow and learn. I have this opportunity to watch a lot of Star Wars. I have this opportunity to sit and chill. I have this opportunity to be with myself. And then even now, I have this opportunity in LA to work hard and grow. There might be days where it's hard, but like, I'm still learning. I have this opportunity to learn. I have this opportunity to talk to cool people every day. Like at home, I wasn't talking to people. I love to talk to people. I mean, I'm going on and on, but you see what I'm saying?
No, 100%. No, I love that. I feel like it's a form of meditation, you know what I'm saying, for you basically. Like it allowed you to be present and allowed you like to actually start being the observer of your thoughts, right? So many people believe that they are their thoughts instead of being an observer of their thoughts.
And it's hard to grasp. Like even I'm still trying to work on it.
But it sounds like you have that because you're able to understand which thoughts are not serving you and being able to separate those from developing new thoughts, right?
And journaling helps you like see those thoughts.
So like it's a whole, it's like basically organizing your mind, you know, it's organizing your mind. And something I started doing that helped me with that, it's like advice that I would give to young entrepreneurs and just people that have a lot on their mind is just like writing. Like even if it's like journaling or just brain dumping, like something I started doing is just brain dumping. So I'll just open up my notebook, brain dump everything that just comes to my mind in terms of to-dos, in terms of thoughts, in terms of just brain dump it all on a page and just get it out there. You know, and that's something that
you have so many thoughts. But your thoughts are so fucking powerful.
100%.
So like it's crazy. Like you're like think you're this, you are the observer of your thoughts, but you can still, your reality becomes your thoughts.
100%.
Which is crazy.
100%.
Like, it's just so wild.
Our reality are our thoughts manifest it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
just so
literally,
wild. It's
everything,
so cool.
like every building, everything that we've seen is somebody's thought manifested into reality. Even if you're not a conscious creator of your reality, if you are not even aware of all these habits that you've been doing, all these, well, first the thoughts create your habits, right? And then those habits create the life that you're living. So if you don't like the life that you're living right now, you have to start to do some deep work, some shadow work, and start to see yourself from kind of a third person and start seeing, okay, what are my habits, right? What are my thoughts that are making me do those habits? You know what I'm saying? So that you can start to rebuild your foundation and start to curate the life that you want to live and become a conscious creator. And that's why it's so important to be self-aware of your thoughts, of your habits. And
it's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
But I feel like reading is something that really helps with that. Like the book, The Compound Effect, and I always bring this book up, is one of the first books that really opened my mind up to really making me self-aware of my habits. You know, self-aware of my habits and how these small habits that you may not think about compound to like the bigger picture.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I agree on that because like the way you grow is your habits, like you were saying.
Yeah.
So like when my thoughts like push out, like hold up. So I'm trying to like I have this like brain thought. Okay, so like my thoughts. I lost my train of thought.
No, you're all right. No, you're all right.
My bad.
No, it's cool.
So like fuck, what was I saying? Dude, I totally lost it.
It's all right. It happens. Just like brain fart.
Yeah, a whole brain fart.
Literally,
right there.
it's just like I had something. Poof.
No, because I remember you said something earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, like I could
Being
build
a
on that.
conscious creator of your reality, creating habits, being self-aware of your thoughts.
Oh no. So like how your thoughts. Oh, okay. So when you were talking about becoming this, you have to be aware of your thoughts and then grow it into that. So, like you don't want this reality, but you want this new reality to come in.
Yeah.
You have to first like, you can't just like have that reality come here.
Right.
You have to step into that reality. So like you have to embody that person who becomes that reality.
Yeah.
So like, for me personally, like I was like, for example, I wanted to be a model in LA.
Yeah.
So over the summer, I was like, what does Joey do that's in LA? He wakes up at this time.
Yeah.
Like, what does he wear? He wears these clothing.
Right.
What activities does he do? He lifts, he makes sure he stays fit and he eats healthy.
Yeah.
What stuff does he do to push himself? Like, it's like you have to like visualize that higher self that you want to become.
Yeah.
The higher self that's calling to you. The higher self that's in this cool new environment.
Yeah.
The higher self that you want to become, embody that characteristics.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, like what do I want to become? Like even habits like which way do I brush my teeth? What do I look at myself when I brush in the mirror? Like what people do I talk to?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that.
It's self-image work and becoming a new
Self-image
person.
work, yeah.
Yeah, self-image, because you're only good as far as what you believe, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is something I talk about often as well, basically creating that new person. Like when I help people transform, something that I share with them is like, you have to become a new person. You have to, one, become aware of the person that you are right now and the person that you don't want to be, right? That out of shape, love handles, like what got you there, right? It's your self-image. Your self-image right now is not someone who's fit. You may think of yourself as lazy. You may think of somebody who is just gonna go and stop and eat Five Guys because they've had a long day and they're stressed, right?
Or get that milkshake or something like that.
Right. Where that new person, that 2.0 person, think about what they do after they had a stressful day. Instead of going and just having Five Guys or having whatever sounds good in that moment, they're gonna go and have maybe even just Chipotle, right? They're gonna be a little bit more mindful and then go hit that hard workout as that stress relief rather than going.
Not gonna lie, sometimes I'll be having ice cream after a stressful day.
Okay,
but I'll have like I won't have as much.
But that's not your foundation for stress relief.
No, or I'll like eat or if I had a hard working day, I'll reward myself too.
Yeah.
So I think,
but it's different when you're. So many people are in the situations that they in because their coping mechanism and their stress relievers. Habits that don't serve them, right? You have habits that serve you, right? So when you are stressed, you work out, you journal, you go hike, you go biking.
I like mountain biking, yeah.
He goes and does these things, whereas a lot of people, they're just working, they have a stressful day, they go and eat, go to sleep, eat chips, watch Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like, I need to escape they escape their reality instead of embrace their reality. Exactly. And see how they can turn their reality into something that helps them.
Big facts. Well, this is a great conversation. I don't know how many minutes we're at.
Bro, I feel like we've been going for a minute.
That was
in a good way. way, in a good way.
Yeah, no, this was bars. This was a great conversation.
It's a sauce right here.
Both on YouTube, podcast. Definitely tap in. We're about to go hit a chest workout right now.
We're gonna be mic'd up.
We're still gonna be mic'd up. So this is gonna be even either a carry on or another episode like in the gym, like where we have like we'll give like some tips. We'll just talk fitness shit, whatever, you know. But we're also short.
I'll probably start goofing off a little bit more.
No, definitely. No, when you're in the gym, that's what I was saying. Like,
I'll be goofing off in there so much, but I'll be working hard at the same time.
Yeah, no, but that's because the endorphins are so high. Like, I was literally watching my content from Mic'd Up yesterday, and I'm like, they should have never gave me a mic, because I be in the gym clowning. So now I'm on a mic, and now y'all get to hear me clowning and shit.
I know, I have to like mute, or I have to like mute myself a little bit.
Nah, not me.
PG, keep it PG.
But we out. Yo, definitely make sure that y'all tap into Joey. I'm gonna drop his Instagram right here.
Joey Gore 1.
Joey Gore 1. Definitely make sure to check out his confidence course. Yeah, and his confidence, like, definitely talk about your, I know you already talked about it a bit, but he's developing a confidence course. Definitely make sure y'all tap in.
I say I'm out a week to 2 weeks out of actually having it where I want it to be.
Yeah.
And then I'll start selling it to people, start helping it. I'll have a high ticket version where you'll get the full transformational experience.
Right.
And then I'll have a cheaper version if you don't want all that, but the high version is going to be done first, and then the lower version. And that version will help you, but it won't get you to, it will get you, but it won't be the full sauce. It won't have everything there, and it won't have the one-on-one talking that like I would do one-on-one Zoom calls like how we're doing.
Yeah,
And make sure you're going to be on the right track of where I want you to go.
100%. All right, so y'all tap in. We outside. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure you drop a like, share it with some other like-minded people. And yeah, we outside.
Peace. Oh, you should?
Right?